Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, this is Civil Engineering Laboratory 2 SEAA 3012, Section 1. This is the open-ended laboratory OEL for the Environmental Project E1. We are from Group 1, which is me. For your first presenter, Muhammad Rifan Muhammad Sukri. Okay, these are the team members for the Group 1. Nur Avika will explaining about the alkalinity test, and then Wesley Chai will explain about the biochemical oxygen demand BOD test, and also Abdurafi going to describe about the total suspended solid TSS test. And for the conclusion is Abdullahi Mukhtar will be end our video. Thank you.
The alkalinity of water is a measure of its capacity to neutralize acid. The alkalinity of natural primarily to the salt of weak acid, although weak or strong base may also contribute. Bicarbonate represent the major form of alkalinity, since they are formed in considerable amount action of carbon dioxide upon basic material in the soil. Under certain conditions, natural contain appreciable amount of carbonate and hydroxide alkalinity. This condition is particular surface water where algae are flourishing.
Hi everyone, I'm Wesley Chai from Section 1, Group 1. I'm going to discuss about BOD test. BOD or biochemical oxygen demand can be explained as the oxygen needed for organisms to biologically oxidize organic matters in the water. And a higher BOD in water means it is more polluted. In this test, our objective is to determine the BOD of our water sample. There are several apparatus and reagents needed in this test. For the apparatus, there are DO meter, hot plate stirrer, BOD bottles, and a BOD incubator at 20 degrees Celsius. And for the reagent, we need phosphate buffer, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, and ferric chloride. To prepare the BOD nutrient, we will prepare 1 liter of distilled water and 1 ml of ferric chloride, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, and phosphate buffer are added into the solution. Then we will prepare 300 ml of BOD nutrient and add 100 ml of water sample into it and stir it. After that, we will add sodium hydroxide or hydrochloric acid to maintain the pH value at around 7. After the pH value is stabilized at 7, we will fill the solution into a BOD bottle, and then the DO level in the BOD bottle will be tested. The initial DO level will be recorded, and then the solution is added into the bottle until it is completely full and there is no air inside. After the bottle is completely sealed, we will place the BOD bottle inside a BOD incubator for 5 days at 20 degrees Celsius. After 5 days, the DO level inside the bottle will be measured and recorded again. So the BOD at 5 days can be calculated using the formula as in the slide. Thank you.
So for this topic will be total dissolved solids or TSS. So introduction. Total dissolved solids include all particles suspended in water which will not pass through a filter. Those solids are non-filterable with specialized filters and are not volatilized at 103 degrees Celsius. So in terms of water quality, high levels of total suspended solids will increase water temperatures and on the other hand decrease dissolved oxygen DO levels. This is because suspended particles absorb more heat from solar radiation than water molecules will. This heat is then transferred to the surrounding water by conduction. Warmer water cannot hold as much dissolved oxygen as colder water, so eventually the dissolved oxygen levels, the DO levels, will drop. So for the objective of this experiment is to determine the concentration of total suspended solids in a water sample. For apparatus and reagents needed for the experiment to be conducted is the desiccator, a vacuum filter, and a gas microfilter. So for the procedure, first and foremost, you need to weigh a filter paper on analytical balance, then jot it down. Place the filter paper on the filter apparatus. Next is apply vacuum and filter 100 milliliter, or if you want a larger volume if the total solvent matter is low. Well mixed sample. Dry the filter in an oven at about 103 degrees Celsius to 105 degrees Celsius for at least an hour. After an hour, Cool the filter paper in a desiccator and weigh. Repeat this drying cycle until there's a constant weight that is attained or until weight loss is less than a zero point 0.5 milligram. So for the calculation of the total mass, here is the formula for the total mass solids. Weight of filter in dish plus residue in milligram subtracted by weight of filter in dish in milligram multiplied by 1,000 divided by the volume of sample filtered in milliliter. So I think that's all for me. Thank you for listening.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdullah and I'll be concluding this video. These tests have given us the desired results that we want, and based on the water quality standard values obtained from these tests, we can have a conclusion on the quality of the water. The river water should be classified as Class 2 according to the National Water Quality Standards for Malaysia. The TSS and BOD values all fall within the range of Class 2, A and B, except for the hardness level, which falls in the range of Class A. So, according to these values, the river water can be said to be habitable to non-sensitive aquatic species and also capable of use for recreational human activities after conventional treatment has been performed on the body of water. Thank you.